This is the second to final build of the Nexus 7 tablet in a FR-S, or it could actually be in a BRZ for that matter. So if you've been following the videos, you know the path of the install. Basically, the wiring and everything's complete. All the electronic stuff is all done. The only thing that's left to do is the actual fiberglass work of this bezel surround to take care of the gap and to build in the remote. So let's get right down to it. When you insert the key in ignition, the tablet will come promptly to life. Okay, so from here, this is the home screen. This is the ELA interface. This is something I've been working on for quite a while, but the concept of it, ELA stands for elegant, logical, and adaptive. It's supposed to be very simple and smooth to view. It's supposed to be very easy to see in day or nighttime without being distracting. And the other concept is it's logically laid out. And then adaptive means that it can change based on how the driver sees fit. And this is an Android, operating system, so of course you can change things around. But this interface, everything's on the home screen, so when you're driving, it's easy to get to. All right, let's give you a quick rundown of the interface. Now that everything's wired up, not much has changed from the previous videos, but let's just give you a crash course again for the fun of it. While you're driving, it's quick and easy to hit play and pause. Switching songs. If that's too much work for you, simply going into the full player, and it's just a matter of gesturing through your songs. Easily play and pause right from the power amp interface, which I feel is probably the pinnacle of Android music players for its crossfading ability, touch friendliness, and the EQ settings. Going back home, we have Pandora, which pretty much everybody that's used Pandora understands what it is, but it's a free music service that allows you to listen to your favorite bands, and it makes radio stations for you. As you can see, as long as you have a data connection or your tablet is tethered to your phone, it's going to play music for you. When you're done with that, go back home. Video player.
It's been enabled once again.
Gesture control. Volume is on the right.
So now here's Mark Webber having a go.
Brightness is on the left. So that's good for the passenger during night or day. Obviously, you do not want to be watching this while you're driving. That is stupendously dumb. When you're done, just go back home. Next is Yelp. Since we have GPS, among other features on here, it's handy for finding restaurants locally, knows where you're at, gives you the recommendations that are close with reviews, bars, coffee, tea, etc. If you've used Yelp, this is a perfect driving companion. Next we have Google Maps and navigation, which this version of G-Apps is updated for Jelly Bean and Ice Cream Sandwich. And it is excellent navigation software, including the voice search. Find the nearest fire station. As you can see, brings up the nearest fire station, gets a GPS lock. Even though I'm in a garage, it still finds it.
West toward Midwest Avenue, then turn left onto Midwest Avenue.
Gives you directions right there. Easy to exit out. Next we have Torque, which is an application that reads your OBD2 sensor and all the engine data and then it is customizable for what you want to do. So in this case, simply start up the vehicle. The program will detect the OBD2 sensor, turn your widgets on, and the vehicle should start getting data pretty quickly. Come back to that in a minute. As you can see, you have 3 home screens. It's easily customizable based on what you want to do. Toggle this on and off again. There we go. And all your data is here. Revs, coolant, voltage, throttle, actual throttle percentage, how much you're on the throttle, and air to fuel ratio. Now this is all customizable to what you want on the screen. Go home. If you want to open the full version, you tap home. Brings up more applications if you don't have it on your home screen. This is all, again, customizable. And then you can see the real-time information. A whole bunch more data. Revs, again, speed, acceleration data, vacuum pressure. This is probably an automotive person's best friend. So just going back home with that. I did have a check engine light. I do not now because it is cleared out after the 3rd restart. But basically when you launch Torque, you can also view your check engine light data. If we go to fault codes, I can load a fault code I saved, which was U0073. Some type of error that I'll have to look up, but it's probably related to the idle issue where the idle drops for these cars. If you haven't read about it, obviously it's becoming more of a major issue for these cars. But basically, that's it for that. There's just a whole bunch more you can do, and that's it for the demo of ELA. Let's show you the other ports that are active and the other things. You can see the actual head unit is now plugged directly into a power inverter that I mounted in the glove box, and this charges the tablet full power, so you're never going to run out of juice. You can also disconnect the USB cable from the inverter and plug in a regular laptop charger. You name it, you can do it. It goes up to 150 watts for this model, which is pretty good. You can plug in most things to it, but if you're planning on doing like gaming systems and stuff like that, you might want a 300 watt inverter. But anyway, the inverter's in the glove box. Second thing is we have an aux cable. Now, a lot of people's concern is these ports down here not functioning after doing this. Well, I've wired them up to work. So what I'll do is just a quick demo of my phone. Choose the music player. As you can see, it's working through aux. Okay, that's one thing. The next thing is the USB. And if you have a USB stick, it's as simple as taking it out and plugging it in the port. Now this is where this head unit is good and bad. Okay, as soon as you plug in the USB key, the head unit should start playing the music. Obviously to your last volume level, which was extremely loud. So it's as simple as that. Now, since this remote is here, I can switch tracks here. Or also JVC supplies a application that you can use to control all this stuff, which is really nice because it works on the phone. But it does not work on the Nexus 7, which I've obviously posted a complaint to them to get the software updated, but you can easily just gesture to change the tracks on the USB stick. Tap to pause, and then there's gesture control. So you can do up to change your EQ settings. I have a user profile set up on the head unit, and then it's as easy as doing that. Now, if you want to change the input source, if you want to go back and listen to the head unit, you're obviously just going to switch the source back to aux. Okay, and it's as easy as that. Now there's other gestures you can do on this, like changing random, etc. for USB, but that's the whole point of the app. Once this gets on the tablet, you'll be able to do other things such as controlling it all from here, but you can also control radio from here. Which is very nice. So, I think that's about it for this demo, but everything's working as intended. It's just getting this bezel fixed, and that's about it. Thanks for watching.